Hey friend, it's Kristeena. I am going live today. A little emotional motivation for you. I'm super excited for this week with work. So I don't know. I was not going to go live today. I have an appointment right now, but something called in my heart that I wanted to go live really quick. So it's Kristeena. How is everyone? If you are watching live, drop a hello. I'm trying to take my shoes off. If you're watching later in the replay, put in hashtag later. Still let me know where you're tuning in from. So it is school counselors week. So I know there's Teachers Day, like in May. I always would give my kids teacher stuff when it was teacher appreciation when they were younger, even in high school. So this week is school counselors week. So I wanted to talk about my journey becoming a school counselor and other journeys that I've done, just to get you some motivation of wherever you might be in life. Maybe you are trying to make a decision, maybe that's school, changing jobs, joining an online business, whatever it is. I hope this calls to your heart. So, I'm Kristeena. I'm a mom with older children. I'm a school counselor. I am all the way in Arizona, native of AZ. And I also, as a school counselor, also have an online space. In the online space, I have a beauty business that I do. So when the kids were little, I didn't have my daughter yet. So this is going way back. I'm taking you guys way back to my journey of education. Hi, Kristeena. Happy concert. Thank you for your hard work. Oh, thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. How are you, Carla? So when I was going back to when I was Kristeena in college, barely starting out, I wanted to be a history teacher. That's what I wanted to do. And then I changed my path and I wanted to do medical, and I worked in I got a medical certification. I wanted to do medical billing from home because I had my son, and I wanted to do something to be at home with him. My sister's texting me. And then life happens and I needed to, I was married at that time of my life and I needed to work just a part-time job. So my medical stuff kind of went on hold, and I was like, well, I want to work in the schools because in my mind, I wanted to have days off with my son because he was little. That didn't happen, so I did go into medical. So I did go into the medical field for a few years. And then, that's when life happened and I became a single mom. And I worked from home doing other things for a little bit. But after having my daughter and after the divorce, I had to figure things out. Life changed dramatically, and I don't talk about it a lot because my kids are older now. And it's sometimes when closed doors happen, it's a blessing in disguise. But I will share it with today, and that sometimes because someone else might need to be hearing my message. Someone else might be going through the old Kristeena trials and errors, and I hope to give you motivation to just move forward from whatever your obstacles are. So when my kids were younger, that's when I became a teacher. So I was a teacher for many years in the Head Start program. And I truly believe because of the Head Start program, it made me figure out what I wanted to do with life. What am I going to do? You have these 2 kids on your own now, living with family because we had lost material things, our house, our car, just like all this unrambling of things. And I went back to school. So I had my degree as associate's degree and then my medical certification, but not enough to be the breadwinner of this family of 3 now because I was not the breadwinner. So I went back to school. I was still a teacher, got my BA, and then, you get a little raise for continuing your education. And I was with the Head Start program for many years. But sometimes things no longer serve you. Like I just wanted other things. I honestly wanted to make more money. At that time we were still living with family. So I was like, I've got to figure things out because I want to own our own home again. So I'm going through this trial. You're okay. Good to hear you're okay, Carla. What's new with you? So, I went back to school. And I got my degree for school counseling. And then that's what the journey began as a school counselor. So this is my 7th year as a school counselor. And I'm in high school counseling. So my heart was Head Start, the younger students, because they're so much sweeter than the high school kids. I did elementary counseling for a little bit. And then now I've been at the high school that I've been for, this is my 7th school year. So I want to take you back to that journey of really that motivation part where I talk about like Your life changes. You got to become the breadwinner for your family. You got to figure crap out. And I remember the old Kristeena feeling like helpless and feeling like, how do I go on with my life? This is a struggle. Will I ever have my own home again for me and my children? It's just like all these things when I think about like trying to, sometimes you have memories that you don't want to remember. So those are kind of buried, but I want to, on this online journey that I share with people, I want to be more open because like I stated, like I want to inspire someone to do better for themselves. So I have these kids and figuring out what am I going to do. And they were really my motivation every day. And I would tell them when they were younger, everything I do, I'm doing for you guys. This is for you guys because I wanted better for them. I was fortunate to grow up in a home with 2 parents and my dad took care of us. So you just think that's how your life is when you get married, but it doesn't always turn out that way. And now that I'm at peace of the past and the kids are older, like I'm hoping that I showed them to keep going even when it's hard. So now I wrote a message the other day on my post, like I don't ever claim to be a perfect mom because I'm not perfect. I will never claim that, but I will claim that I'm a mom who was dedicated, tried her best, and kept moving forward for the kids. So I don't know what your journey may be on or where you are, but I hope anything that calls to your heart to know. You guys, if you follow me, I always talk about that quote, fall down 7 times, stand up 8, or get up 8. And I heard of that in a training a long time ago, and it just followed me because I feel like that was my path of falling, and I just kept getting up. So, I don't know if you know, so, I get my degrees and I really say, yeah, they're degrees, but it's also school debt is what I tell my mom. And, so life gets better, right? Like I needed a financial stability to just be on our own and not be so stressed. And I don't want to say like life is perfect and I'm rich and I don't have struggles. I don't want to say that, but I am way better off financially, mentally, even physically than I was when they were little, unfortunately, because when you're in these trials of eras of your life, other things happen. You're not there mentally, and I admit that, and the kids know that. And even though they're young adults now, they're doing their own lives now. Like my son's older, he works. My daughter's starting her college career. So I just hope that I have at least showed them that. So I ask you and ask yourself, where are you in life and what do you want to do? And when you have something that you want to do, when you want to change your life and make a change, you have to have a big why. You have to have a big reason. You have to have a goal. And if you don't have that, then that might not happen for you if you don't have the biggest purpose of why you need to change what you need to change in your life. And I really feel because they were the ones I was doing it for, that's why I was able to be more financially set and be a clearer mind and more just a happier mom, because when they were little, I was very not, because I was struggling, heartbroken, all the things, but it's going to be about almost 6 years now. We've had our own home. I finally drive a decent car. I mean, we used to go around in my mom's old van that my dad gave us. We would call it the hoopty, and we can laugh about it. The thing is, we can laugh about it now. And I'm grateful that I had family that took us in, and it wasn't always easy, but I did, living with my sister and my brother-in-law, and then living with my parents. I'm very grateful that we were able to live with family. And I'm even grateful for the kids' dad's family always helping when they were little. And I don't share a lot about that because sometimes I think, Kristeena, you shouldn't share so much because it's personal. But I want to say that in order to be happy, and there's other things in life that we struggle with, that we always have these obstacles that you overcome. And I can say I have forgiven my ex-husband for all the bad things that happened. And my kids are pretty much at peace with him, where he's actually in their lives. And I can hold a conversation with him, because years ago I could never do that. So that is moving forward. That is forgiveness. Now, is there other things I would need to work on? Sure. That no longer pertains to that. There's other things that we have in our life. So I just wanted to let you know that's my message. And as a school counselor, that's why I became a school counselor. And I'm thankful that I became a school counselor because I enjoy my career that I have. I enjoy my coworkers. We're like a little family unit. And if you have a job and you go there Monday through Friday, you gotta love what you're doing. You gotta love the people you're hanging out with. Carla, okay. So I hope that resonates with you. So when I think about, when I say to you, I have school debt because of my degrees, I don't want to discourage you from going back to school, getting whatever degree you might want to get, or if you want to change jobs. I didn't ever think I was going to be a high school counselor. That's never what I wanted to do because I always worked with the younger students. I was a Head Start teacher, that is pre-K, and then I was an elementary teacher for a few years. And then an opportunity opened then through word of mouth about a high school that needed, a high school that I didn't even know the area, that needed a school counselor. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to apply. Like, I'm not going to do high school. Like, I don't work I'll never see myself working in a high school. And then you just think about, for me at that point was financially to make more money, you know, because again, my goal was to get a house and be okay paying that house payment on my own. And it all worked out. Like, I'm really blessed where I am. So I'm very grateful for, when I always talk about things that you don't grow from your comfort zone. High school setting was not my comfort zone at all. And I mean, 7 years later, I'm obviously better at it. But, you know, I remember that whole journey of that beginning, that it was different. At first, I didn't love being a high school counselor, to be quite honest, because to me, it wasn't what I was used to working with students like one-on-one. In high school setting, it's different. But I'm at more peace of what I do. I'm happier, and I'm able to make a schedule that is my schedule. No one's telling me, oh, you got to do this within your day. And I make my own schedule. I see the students when I need to see them. So it's just all those things. So I just thought, you know what? It's School Counselors Week. I'm going to share my school counselor journey. And then I'm also going to sprinkle in, well, you guys know that I have my online business that I shared. And I know that going back to school helped me get, you know, to feel better in life as far as paying all these bills on your own and stuff. But sometimes even when you are someone that, you know, has gotten a little bit better in life, you still want an extra income because I like nice things. And that's when that whole online journey started for me. So when I say that to you, and when I tell my friends or I tell people I talk to, like, what I do in the online space is a self-development in disguise, okay? It truly is a self-development in disguise, because going into the high school setting, there was a lot of presentations we had to do. We had to talk in front of staff. Oh, hold on. I don't like to talk in front of people. I get really shy, and people at work like laugh and say, well, Kristeena, but you go live all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but it's different. Like, I don't know who's in front of me, and then it's not my colleagues, stuff like that. So I really feel that because I'm in the online space, I go live, we have team meetings, we talk. I really think all that self-development that it has helped me to be more confident as a high school counselor giving presentations. I remember, and I still get nervous. Like, you can ask my coworkers, like, I still get nervous. I get the jitters. We're having a big event this week, and that will be fun. But I just think everything that we have in our life, they're just little steps. They're steps to progress and steps to help you where you ultimately belong, and helps you grow to that next level of where you need to be. And, you know, if I would have stayed in elementary counseling, I wasn't going to grow from my comfort zone. I was just doing my thing that I was comfortable with, and I wasn't growing in an aspect. In the high school setting, I feel like I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. And I'm still learning. So I really relate that to, I want to acknowledge that change that I made in my career path, but also acknowledging that I also had the courage to start an online business in this online space, and still be that mom that was driving the kids around when they were younger, working in the online space, because I didn't really start working in this online space until I got into the high school setting about a year or two later. So it's been a few years. And it all just unravels. So I love my job as a school counselor. I love the career path that I've chosen. but I also love this online space because I see how it can move mountains in people's confidence. But the only thing that is going to get you to a better job, a happier job, or joining an online business where you feel appreciated or just learning new things is you have to make that step and that decision of that step to make that change, move forward with that decision, changing your jobs, going back to school, changing your career path, joining an online business. It all relates the same. Without making decisions and change, we stay where we are. So that calls to my heart. I hope that you enjoyed my little powwow, and I encourage you, and I hope to inspire you that whatever change you wanted to have in your career path, if you're someone in the online business who follows me and you know, you feel like you're stuck, you just keep going and you keep going. And one thing I'll say is when you go and share your message or you go live for your business, even if it's just one person watching you, like I had one person watching me now. If you could have one person with that, whatever you write about, whatever you go live about, then you help someone. So anyways, friends, that's all I have. Take care. God bless. I've got to run to my appointment. But if you got value from this video, I would greatly love for you to hit that button and let your friends know. Peace out. Have a great night. Bye.